Good afternoon, everybody. It's Shelly. How are you doing today? Today, I want to talk about moving away from people pleasing and creating some healthy boundaries. I just did a little mindset mastery talk in another group that I'm in on this topic. And I feel that it's something that we really need to be considering in our lives as we're trying to navigate our purpose, what we want to spend our time doing. Some of us are really focused on recreating our values and, kind of like recreating ourselves and how we want to live our lives. I also know that many of us are tired, exhausted, maybe having either been through anxiety, depression, or going through it with all the craziness in the world. And the thing that I'm most passionate about, as many of you know, is helping women feel better and feel better in body, mind, and spirit. And a lot of feeling better has to do with taking care of yourself, which I talk a lot about. There's Chloe. Say hi, Chloe. She made a guest appearance. And so it's really managing your body's energy system through good health, of course, nutrition, moving your body, managing stress, getting good sleep, etc. But it's also about being clear about who we are, what we stand for, what are our values, what are our priorities, and do we take a stand for them? Do we take a stand for them, or do we give all of our power away at the whim of other people and what their needs are and what they're saying they need from us? So today I want to give you some strategies on how to stop people pleasing, which is really giving away a lot of time. We're not in our power. We're not being authentic, and how to create those healthy boundaries. Okay. Chloe's trying to sit on my lap. Come here. Come on. She's a little needy, as you can see. So she usually sits on my lap, but because I'm sitting cross-legged, I think she's super confused. Like, where am I supposed to be sitting? All right, ladies, so let's dive in here. So I'm gonna put on my spectacles so I can see I don't wanna miss what I wanna share with you today. So first of all, comment in the chat if you tend to be somebody who's always trying to please other people to keep the peace, to help people feel happy because you don't want to see people be unhappy. You don't want people to not like you or judge you or think you're a bitch, or you want people to validate you and like you. There's all sorts of reasons, ladies, we do this. And let me tell you my quick background with people pleasing. I grew up people pleasing in terms of, my dad was he was a very angry person. He was a very sad person. I mean, he was bipolar. He had depression, anxiety, and he was really angry and yelled at us a lot. And he would say things to me like, what the hell's wrong with you? Don't you know anything? Don't you know how to do anything? That's not how you do it. Like, I was everything I did was scrutinized, and it wasn't right. It wasn't how it's supposed to be done. And so I grew up learning, like, in order to not be judged and scrutinized and yelled at and shamed, I had to do things a certain way, try to be perfect, tiptoe around him, and just do what he needed. That's people pleasing. So that's my experience with people pleasing growing up. And then as I got older, I started people pleasing. I wanted people to like me and think I was nice. So I would never show like anger or open my mouth and say my opinion. I would just be kind of behind the scenes, like, hi, I'm just this nice, quiet person. I'm super friendly though. And I like to laugh, and then that's about it. Like, I was showing a certain side of me to please people, right? I didn't want to ruffle people's feathers. I also, because I'm an empath and a sensitive person, I didn't want people to feel uncomfortable. So I was the peacekeeper. I was the person, like the mediator, right? I'm sure many of you can absolutely identify with this, as many of the people who are in my communities and follow me are either empaths, highly sensitives, just very, just sensitive to other people's energies. And we're just peacekeepers. We want things to be peaceful. So that was my job growing up. And that was my job in the corporate world is, hey, we can all get along here. Everything's great. Now that's good. That's good to some extent. But a lot of my personality growing up was not very authentic, right? And I would just say yes, 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 yes to everybody. Can you do this? Yes. Hey, do you want to go to this party? Yes. You know, can you do this? Can you do that? Can I need to call you and tell you all my problems? Yes, yes, yes. Tell me all your problems and I'll help you solve them. That was me. Okay, ladies, so here's the deal. Now that we're adults and we know where this people pleasing came from and where our lack of healthy boundaries came from, now we have the awareness to change it. So here we go. First, I want to let you know it's not something to be ashamed of or feel bad. It's not bad or wrong. The problem is it's draining our life force energy. The problem is that it's putting pressure and stress on us every single day to be a certain way, show up a certain way, to take responsibility for other people's feelings. But we also do it a lot because we want validation. We want to be liked. We want people to think, oh, you're such a great person. You're doing all these things and look at you go. And you know, Shelly will do everything for you. But that's not where we want to be, ladies. That's not being empowered. We need our worthiness and value to come from within. We don't want to be out. You know, people pleasing is a form of neediness. I need you to like me. I need you to tell me how good I am. I need you to make me feel good about myself. Okay. We need to give that to ourselves. Okay. So the reason we do this is to be liked. And approved of and be part of something. And we don't need to do this, ladies, to have this. I can guarantee you. So I want to give you some tips real quick here, okay? So the first step to stop people pleasing and to create healthy, beautiful boundaries is to create self-awareness about yourself. This requires time. This requires taking down time, taking time to yourself. I find this is something that women have a very difficult time doing. I'm really just going to tell you that it's a must. It's essential. I've worked with a lot of women who've had these conversations and they just don't give themselves permission to take the time to slow down. So that's the first thing, is create the time, create a self-awareness. Who are you? What do you stand for? What are your values? What is essential? What are your priorities? You've got to write these down, because if you don't know and you're not standing and taking a stand for them, you're just going to be all over the place doing all these things and giving all of your time and energy away. And that's why you're exhausted and you don't feel good enough. Okay, so let's take a look at ourselves, write all these things down about who we are, what's important to us. Step 2 is just really start to communicate what you need for healthy boundaries. You know, I need some time alone. I need some quiet time. Honey, can you take the kids for a moment and then I'll take them? Or I'm sorry, I'm not into those kind of parties. That's just not my thing. Or, you know, I just really need, you know, whatever you need from people, just express it kindly, lovingly, respectfully. That was step 2, is to communicate and express yourself. Number 3, ladies, we've got to learn to say no. We can do this powerfully. We can do this respectfully. We can do this lovingly. It might be, oh my gosh, thank you for the invitation. I'm not going to be able to go. Oh my gosh, that sounds like such a great cause. I can't participate in that right now. I'm really strapped. Oh, you know what? That sounds great. A party? Oh, cool. Well, and you get to decide if it's a yes or no, or maybe you could say, you know what, I can make it, but I'll probably be late. Or you know what, I could probably get there early, but I'm gonna have to leave early, or something like that. So we need to learn to say no, and you can start small by practicing with your kids, your spouse, little things that aren't that hard really, where you don't think there's gonna be a huge consequence. So just saying no to your kids. Sorry, honey, mommy can't do that. Here, let me show you how to do it. Or, hey, you can do that yourself. Or certain requests, just like, oh, I'm not going to be able to do that. Step 4 is to give yourself time to respond. So sometimes a lot of us are just like yep. Oh, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Yeah, no problem. I had friends I'd be like, yep. And I'd think, you don't even have to think about it. Give yourself time. Just say, gosh, that sounds great. Let me get back to you. This is the one that I used as I was practicing saying no. And now for me, because I pretty much mastered this, I already know right away, is this a hell yes or hell no? Nope, sorry, I can't do it. I'm sorry. No problem. You know, I won't be able to make it. Have a great time. I might not even say sorry. I might just say, oh, that sounds amazing. I'm not going to be able to make it. Have a great time. So learn to you give yourself time to respond, because maybe you might want to do it, but you want to make sure that you've checked in with your health, your priorities, your values, all these things, and you're going to be able to do this quicker the more you know and say, you know what, I do want to do that thing and I do have time for that. Hey, yes, I will do that thing. Or, you know what, I'm really tapped out. No. Okay. So give yourself time to respond. Super important. Step 5 is to really start to step away from toxic people and situations, people that are super needy of your time. They always need your time. They're just zapping you. It could be family members, it could be clients, it could be coworkers. We've really got to start to distance ourselves from these people, and there's so many different ways you can do this. If you need some additional support, send me a message. Again, I've got this mastered. I'm going to do more trainings on specifically what you can say in different situations, because I know this is a tough one, but we've really got to start distancing ourselves. I'm happy to report I really have no toxic, energy draining people in my life anymore. I used to, and now I feel free and liberated, and I no longer feel guilty, okay? The last step, we've got to stop apologizing for everything, ladies. Oh my gosh, I just hear this word. It makes me cringe. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't do that. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your feelings? I'm sorry. And the thing is, we've got to stop saying this. There's no reason. It's okay to say you're sorry because someone's dog died or someone's sick, or you know what I mean? But not saying I'm sorry for being me. I'm sorry that I'm practicing my healthy boundaries. I'm sorry that I'm saying no because I can't, I don't have the capacity. Don't apologize for that. Own your power. Be confident. Stand in your truth, okay? So I hope this was helpful. I just so desperately want to see more women stand for themselves, know who they are, say no to the things they don't want to do, the things that drain their energy, and bring their vibration down so you can say yes and be more vibrant and help people from that place. So if you want more information, you can check me out. Again, my link in bio if you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, you can check out my videos. You can also send me a message if you need some support. I am here to support you. So check out my information on how I can support you. And also I do have a 90-day women's immersion called The Empowered Woman. It's a 90-day deep dive program for 8 powerful women. So if this is for you, click on the link, check it all out. You can also book a call with me, and I would love to talk with you about this amazing opportunity to help you step into your power, to feel good in your own skin, to feel liberated and free to be who you choose unapologetically. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. I'll see you in the next video.